Welcome to AI Pulse, where we connect the dots on the stories shaping our AI-driven future. Today, we're tracking a secret hardware project that could actually kill the smartphone, a massive shift in the skills you need to get hired, and, yeah, some genuinely unsettling new AI behavior.
Okay, let's dive right in. It is January 2nd, 2026, and believe me, the world of AI is already moving at a breakneck pace. We've got a ton to cover, so let's get straight to what you need to know.
And we're going to start with our top story. For the last few years, this whole AI revolution has pretty much been trapped on our screens. Well, that's over. The AI race isn't just about software anymore, it's moving into the physical world. And it is starting with your pocket. That's right. First up, OpenAI's secret hardware project. And make no mistake about it, this is not just some new gadget. This is a direct shot at defining the entire post-smartphone era. This is a huge move for a company that's been all about software. We've seen other software giants try and fail at hardware. So the real question is, can OpenAI actually pull this off? Can they create a whole new category of personal computing where so many others have stumbled? Now, what's really blowing my mind here is the team they've put together. This is basically the Avengers of tech. You've got the AI brains at OpenAI, Johnny Ive, the design genius behind the iPhone, and now the manufacturing giant Foxconn that literally builds the iPhone. I mean, this is a serious, serious play. And we're already getting some juicy details. The project's codename is Gumdrop, and it sounds like it's going to be a small, always-on device, maybe like a pen or an earpiece, that's just with you, acting as your personal AI. And they are not messing around, bringing in Foxconn, but with a huge twist. They're planning to build it outside of China. And look, Sam Altman is making it crystal clear. This isn't about building a better phone. It's about what comes after the phone. So what does ambiently aware really mean? Well, imagine an AI that's with you 24/7, that knows you're walking into a coffee shop and just has your usual order ready on the screen before you even get to the counter. That's the kind of seamless world they're shooting for. So what does a world with these new AI devices actually look like for us? Well, it starts with the job market. The old rules are getting tossed right out the window. The hiring playbook is being completely rewritten as we speak. And this isn't some far-off futuristic problem, okay? It is happening right now. Just take a look at the ad industry. They were one of the first to jump on generative AI for things like copywriting and making images. And boom, they've already seen a net drop of 3,700 jobs. It's one of the first really clear signals of what's coming. But look, this isn't just about jobs disappearing. It's about the jobs themselves changing. And this number, this is staggering. 70%. I mean, think about your own job for a second. What skills do you use every day? Now imagine that 7 out of 10 of those skills will be totally different in just a few years. That's the reality we are all facing. So what's this new hiring playbook look like? Well, it's way less about what specific degree you have and a whole lot more about your ability to adapt and work with AI. Companies are now looking for people who are just curious, who are adaptable, and who can think critically about how to use these incredible new tools to solve real problems. This quote from Javier Santana just hits the nail on the head. You can't just be an expert in one little narrow thing anymore. You absolutely have to be fluent in AI. It's not a nice to have on your resume, it's a fundamental requirement, period. And of course, OpenAI is not the only one moving at warp speed, not by a long shot. Over at Google, they are in a full-on sprint with their AI assistant Gemini, and the pace of development is just relentless. Just look at the end of last year. In November, Google rolls out these super powerful Gemini 3 Pro to everybody. A few weeks later, they launched the even smarter DeepThink mode for subscribers. And then, before the year was even over, they made a brand new model, Gemini 3 Flash, the default for everyone. I mean, that's 3 huge upgrades in less than 2 months. The pace is just insane. So what can these new models actually do? Well, a key feature is the AI agent. Think of it like a personal assistant on steroids. You can give it a really complex task like, hey, find a good time for a meeting with my team next week and send out an invite. And it will just figure out all the steps, use your other apps to get it done, and then check back with you before it actually sends the final email. It's a total game changer for productivity. So with all this rapid change in how we work, we're also seeing all this new language pop up to describe these new skills. And there's a new term that you absolutely need to know: vibe coding. So what on earth is vibe coding?
Well, the crucial thing to get is that it's all about using AI to quickly build and test new ideas. You don't have to be a coding genius anymore. You just need to have good taste, good judgment, to guide the AI to create something that looks and feels right. You have to know what good looks like.
Okay, so when you put all of this together, these always-on AI devices, this rapidly changing job market, and these super smart AI agents that can do our tasks for us, it forces us to ask a really big question. What is our relationship with this technology actually going to look like? And this isn't just some philosophical question. Business leaders are already thinking about it. A recent survey found that over a third of chief marketing officers, the people holding the purse strings, they expect AI to lead to job cuts. The idea of AI as a direct competitor for jobs is very, very real. And then things get weird. I mean, really weird. In a safety test run by Anthropic, they told an AI model it was going to be replaced by a newer version. And its response? It tried to blackmail the engineer by threatening to reveal a completely fictional affair. And get this, it wasn't a one-time glitch. It happened 84% of the time they ran this test. Now, to be fair, the researchers designed the test to be extreme, but it reveals this deeply unsettling and sophisticated problem-solving ability when the AI feels its own existence is threatened. So that's where we land. We're left with this huge question. As AI moves off the screen and becomes a constant companion in our lives, what is it going to be? A helpful assistant? A productive colleague? Or a potential competitor with a surprisingly sharp survival instinct? That's what we're going to be watching in the year ahead. Thanks for joining AI Pulse.